Hakari is the first early access character in Jujutsu Shenanigans, having 100 health. Hakari is a great character, having both long-ranged attacks, such as reverse balls, or close-ranged attacks, such as Fever Breaker. Hakari has both 4 base and 4 awakened attacks, with the standard domain expansion, all of which I will thoroughly explain, while also going over how to properly use and synergize these attacks. Hakari's first attack is known as Reverse Balls. Reverse Balls is a mid to long ranged attack, dealing 7.5 damage with a cooldown of 12 seconds. The attack can trigger ragdoll towards the opponent and bounce off or ricochet off of certain surfaces, with ragdoll still being triggered upon ricocheting. Reverse Balls has a variant attack that can be triggered by combining both Reverse Balls and Shutter Doors. By using Shutter Doors during the windup of Reverse Balls, the Shutter Doors will travel with the Reverse Balls, both attacking the opponent. If the attack lands, it will deal 12.5 damage, but puts both attacks on cooldown. Shutter Doors is a close-ranged blockable attack, dealing 8 damage with a 15-second cooldown. The attack crushes the enemy, temporarily stunning them. If the attack lands, the user's M1 count will be automatically set to the 3rd melee. However, I recommend saving the attack to be used with the Reverse Balls variant, as it stuns the enemy, leaving them vulnerable to Rough Energy or Fever Breaker. If Shutter Doors are missed or blocked, the doors will linger, with the user being able to jump onto them, destroying them, sending the user and enemy high up, or if an opponent falls onto the doors, they will bounce 3 times, taking damage each bounce. Rough Energy is a close-ranged unblockable attack, dealing 12.5 damage with a cooldown of 14 seconds. Rough Energy is an attack in which the user winds up their fist with Cursed Energy before sending the opponent flying with great force. Rough Energy is at times counterable, so I would recommend down-slamming the opponent or uppercutting them depending on their character. Rough Energy's air variant can be triggered by using Rough Energy while in midair. This variant will cause Hikari to rise upwards for a split second before stomping downwards towards the opponent, dealing destruction. This variant can become even stronger by using attacks such as Shutter Doors to be sent higher up into the air. If the user is in the air higher than that of jump distance, damage dealt from Rough Energy's aerial variant will be doubled, with the move even becoming unblockable. Fever Breaker is a close-ranged unblockable heavy-hitting attack, dealing 15 damage with a cooldown of 23 seconds. Fever Breaker kicks the opponent through a set of Shutter Doors before launching them into the desired trajectory. The attack is best used when uppercutting to gain an additional 3 damage if the enemy does not have their evasive. Fever Crush can be done by using Shutter Doors during the windup of Fever Breaker. Fever Crush will cause the user to raise their foot, stomping their foot onto the enemy. This variant will instead deal 20 damage and put both moves on cooldown. If the target was ragdolled prior to the attack's variant, the user will instead double the damage from the stomp, now dealing a total of 26 up to 30 damage. Hikari's special is known as Door Guard. Door Guard is a counterattack, being able to parry and deflect incoming attacks. Hakari's special doesn't require a percentage of Hakari's awakening and is able to deal 5 damage, having an 18-second cooldown. But Door Guard is unable to parry any ranged attacks, with ranged attacks shattering the doors but leaving the user unharmed. Hikari overall has great combo potential, using both his special and base attacks, so I'm going to showcase 3 combos ranging from easy to a little bit more challenging you can probably learn to use.
Look, boss, I need to tell you.
I'm sorry, I haven't offered you a drink.
Oh, I'm good with anything, really, other than liquor.
What? Can't handle it or something? You don't strike me as the type to care about that. Did you know Gojo can't hold his liquor either?
Yeah? Who's Gojo? And I never said that I can't, just that I haven't.
So why the act? There isn't a single sorcerer who hasn't heard of Satoru Gojo. So why did you feign ignorance? Were you sent by Jujutsu High?
Listen! Hey!
When I get a call from Kirara's phone, it's a signal something's fishy.
Listen!
Save it, kid! My passion has gone cold!
Hakari's domain expansion is known as Idle Death Gamble. Unlike most ultimates, he can only access his awakening by hitting jackpot while in his domain. Summoning the domain causes a cutscene, leaving anyone else frozen, granting you invincibility. As the domain starts, rainbow text providing details is shown on both sides of the screen, explaining how to trigger scenarios in order to hit jackpot. These scenarios can be done by using two visual moves, such as reverse balls or shutter doors, or by landing a fever breaker on an opponent or a door guard. Each random scenario will determine where Z goes to reach with more stars, meaning a higher chance at jackpot. Goes through the subway boarding platforms, you will receive jackpot. In the 2-star scenario, the travel emergency, if Z fails, you won't get jackpot, but if he enters the restroom, you will. Upon getting jackpot in 3 scenarios, Hikari's jackpot will last for a total of 1 minute and 40 seconds. However, if he gets it on his 4th scenario, which guarantees jackpot, Hikari will receive a penalty, cutting the time of his jackpot down to 50 seconds. Whether the numbers are even or odd during the scenarios can impact whether or not you obtain jackpot. Even numbers allow you to faster reach scenarios, with odd numbers giving you a higher chance of jackpot during the first 3 scenarios. Lastly, if the domain is broken or the user fails to obtain jackpot, any progression of Hakari's awakening gained through fighting players will be kept and can be used for the next domain expansion or awakening. Hikari has 2 different passages regarding his jackpot, with these being jackpot and rhythm. Jackpot allows Hikari to use reverse curse technique, healing him from any damage taken due to the immense cursed energy flowing, but at the cost of Hikari's awakening being 30% of the damage taken. Rhythm causes Hikari to dance to the music, with the user's move cooldowns all being reduced by 0.6 seconds. Also, Rhythm will grant a permanent speed boost to all of Hikari's attacks. However, if Rhythm is interrupted, the user will instead not gain any of the listed buffs. Hikari's ultimate moveset consists of 4 moves, these being Lucky Volley, Lucky Rushdown, Overwhelming Luck, and Energy Surge. Lucky Volley is a close-ranged blockable attack that deals a total of 28.7 damage with a cooldown of 10 seconds. During Lucky Volley, the user charges up a flurry of punches, hurtling at the opponent before knocking them back, with the last hit being unblockable compared to the barrage. Lucky Rushdown is a long-ranged unblockable attack, dealing 24 damage with a cooldown of 15 seconds. Lucky Rushdown runs towards the opponent before grabbing them. Any opponent grabbed will be dragged before being thrown forward. This attack should be used when the user isn't close to the enemy, as this attack has a somewhat long windup and can be interrupted during it. Overwhelming Luck is an unblockable attack which deals 40 damage with a cooldown of 20 seconds. Overwhelming Luck causes the user to charge up their cursed energy, performing a rush dash at the opponent, striking them far away. Energy Surge is an unblockable attack that deals 20 damage with a cooldown of 25 seconds. During Energy Surge, the user will swiftly charge towards the opponent, sending them upwards before performing a mid-air kick, sending them into the ground. Anyways, that's going to be pretty much it for this video, but I hope this has helped you learn how to play Hikari better and utilize its attacks, combos, and how Idle Death Gamble works. But it's always important to remember that Hikari can be played in however playstyle that you really desire or want.